with expert insights and practical advice. Hosted by Mr. Mwenda Thuranira, the CEO of MySpace Properties. Each episode brings you valuable tips to navigate the ever-evolving real estate landscape. Stay tuned, informed, and let's explore the opportunities together. Karibu Mindspace.
I'm standing on the most magnificent business square in Thome. Welcome to Thome Square. Come with me, let's discover why Thome Square is the best for your business. As you can see, we have ample parking, including basement parking. I want you to take note of how spacious these corridors are actually. Something very important, I want to show you how spacious these spaces are. Kuja. And to add on it, do you notice the ambient lighting in this place? Another factor that is a concern to many is security. And the security at Thome Square is top-notch. We have enough security personnel and the CCTV surveillance is 24/7. Another significant factor is that we are just adjacent to the northern bypass. That means enough foot traffic for your business.
Action.
What are you waiting for? Call us now.
Again, this is man Mwenda Thuranira with MySpace podcast. We missed you. We have missed for the last 3 weeks. Of course, you know what have been happening in Kenya. And of course, due to that, we decided to put it on hold a little bit. But now we are back. We are back like we never left. And we're here today to talk about our investment strategies. And as you all know, jobs come and jobs go. But the bills, they're still there. Like you've seen like what happened today. People lost their jobs. And if those particular people, if they don't have any investment to bring them income, soon you might find them on the streets begging. So that's where today we are talking about investment strategies. How do you need to invest? What do you need to invest in? And of course, a little bit biased on real estate, since that's why I am. And we're going to talk about that. And most importantly, we'll need to hear your questions, your ideas. Of course, nobody has monopoly of ideas, not even me, matters real estate. I learn every day, and I'm here to learn as we share about best ways to invest in real estate. And I will be more than happy to share the knowledge I have in real estate for over 20 years when it comes to matters investment. Sometimes, from where I'm seated, I can tell you a good investment from far. I can tell you a successful project from far. I can tell you a failing project from far. Of course, due to the experience in doing it many times. You know, as they say, when somebody does something for 10,000 hours, they become an expert. So I've done it for 20 years. I believe I'm cut for this, and I'm ready to share the knowledge on investment. And most importantly, your questions, ideas, we learn from each other. I'm not the only one with this knowledge. I'm sure you know something I don't, and I know something you don't. So let's share. Ask your questions, matters investment, so that we can know even if things go haywire, even if somebody loses their job, even if somebody loses a source of income, or, if all things go haywire, what do you go to? How do you survive without any income? And the beauty of it is real estate gives you passive income. As they say, you make money while you're sleeping. That's what real estate does to you. Since, let's say, if you have a rental property, every month you're earning rent, that can sustain somebody for long. And there's some people who build properties to sell. That is their business. And there are people who invest for income and, of course, to make more money. There are those institutional investors. There are those individual investors. So, all of you, you're welcome today. Let's talk about investment strategies. How do we get out of the hole? How do we get started from zero to up? Of course, I'll share with you a little bit about my journey and how I started my investment and how you can get started. You know, most of the times people say that you have to have millions, you have to have 10 million, 20 million to get started. But no, that is not the case. We'll be right back. Just write your questions below here and we'll be able to answer them. All your ideas, we discuss them here on air. Today I'm by myself and I want to engage with you on a personal level via podcast. Sawa, see you in a bit.
Sasa, poa sana. Natafuta shops. Huku kuna kwanga nazo?
Shops ziko, hata kuna moja pale. Ziko kwa ziko karibu mbili zeni. Then ukiangalia the environment pia, the environment iko sawa kabisa. Ukiona parking pia iko sawa. Mambo iko mbaya hapa. Ndio mnasema sasa
Hii nimeipenda kabisa.
Hizo ni iko sawa kwako?
Nimeipenda kabisa.
So unaona vile safi kama wewe mwenyewe?
Unaona kwa nini nataka kuchukua hii? Ni kwa sababu iko karibu na hii salon.
Okay.
Unaona watu wanatoka salon wakikuja botiki yangu.
Madam wewe ni mwakili. Unajua wadosi wanakuanga akili. Baba tulikuwa tunaambiwa a woman is braver than a man.
Acha maneno. Alafu unajua nikitaka kutengeneza nywele duka yangu iko next.
Si anatoka tu hata anaweza kuja hapa.
Sasa hata tu niende na management. Haya. Godowns to let and buy at Babadogo from 7,500 square feet. Going for only 45 Kenyan shillings per square feet for prices to let and only 5,500 Kenyan shillings per square feet for prices to sell. Contact us now to make reservations. Karibu sana Babadogo. I'm standing on the most magnificent business square in Thome. Welcome to Thome Square. Come with me, let's discover why Thome Square is the best for your business. As you can see, we have ample parking, including basement parking. I want you to take note of how spacious these corridors are actually. Something very important, I want to show you how spacious these spaces are. Kuja. And to add on it, do you notice the ambient lighting in this place? Another factor that is a concern to many is security. And the security at Thome Square is top-notch. We have enough security personnel and the CCTV surveillance is 24/7. Another significant factor is that we are just adjacent to the northern bypass. That means enough foot traffic for your business.
Action.
What are you waiting for? Call us now.
Hello, hello. Yes, welcome back. And I've seen we have many people following us and watching this. And I've seen Wilson Kubania, kijana wangu kutoka Wabera, pale Isiolo, Texas. Nimeona Eric Mutegi, hey, watching with my other former CSs. Allah. Kwani hata wewe ni former Eric? Wacha chocha baba. Watching right from Kakamega, Denomax, Kiprono, Elizabeth Mariga, watching from Nax, that's Nakuru, one of my favorite cities. Siva Masavalapu is watching. Sam Siringini, Mwenda, Glow, Tech, John, Sam Sigini. Okay, and many others, and most important now is questions. I see, Kanda Agencies, welcome back, family. Kisumu Dala, habari ya Kisumu. Hopefully mko sawa, na samaki inaendelea kuteremka vizuri. Nicole Njoroge, watching Kinley. Okay, we have a question from Elizabeth Mariga. What are the factors to consider before venturing into real estate market? Okay, I'll tell you one thing to consider when entering real estate market. Know that it's a long-term business. It's not a quick deal, quick make money and go. No, it's a long shot. It's a long-term deal. You know, like, for example, if you buy a plot and build on it, probably it's going to last 100 years. So you are looking whereby you enjoy it, you get income from it, and even your children's, your grandchildren for generations. So real estate is real. That's why you see even many people in the world, the wealthiest of the world, they invest in real estate. And I can tell you the things to consider, of course, you have to do your due diligence. you have to understand the market, and that's why I'm glad you're watching this, since that shows you're doing your research. I mean, this is where it starts. You need somebody to ignite your spark so that you can get on that investment journey. Or if you want to do it as a business, of course, real estate is not very tough to be in. Many people in real estate, they started as real estate agents, and you grow, you grow, you grow. Like, for example, even me, I did my agency part, I did my development, and we're still doing development and more development, and we're still doing agency. Since, I like serving people, I like dealing with people, and that's why I'm here, so that we can share and I can get to deal with you. And when buying a property, I want to get your question right. Venturing into real estate market as an investor or as business. So that is not very clear. So hopefully Elizabeth can clarify that. But if you want to start a business to enter into real estate, of course you start. The best thing for this is start with employment. Work for somebody. Start even with internship. I'm sure if you're smart enough, if you walk to any company and tell them, give me internship for 3 months, and if you prove yourself, they'll give you a job. That's where you get to learn on how it's done. You get to create a network, contacts. You know how to run a real estate business. It's like, for example, I remember even one of my first jobs, actually I did not get paid, but I worked so that I can learn. I mean, in this world, you have to pay school fees, and you have to pay the price to be the boss. It never comes easily. Nothing is easy in this world. So you start from somewhere, step by step. The more you learn, the more knowledge you have, the more network, the more contacts, the bigger you'll get. The more happy customers you have, of course, that opens more doors. You serve one client, they introduce you to their brother, to their friend, and you grow like that with time. So to me, I mean, this is the only business I know I can say, and I love it, and I'm passionate about it. It's something I can do even for free. If I didn't have a wife and kids to take care of course, I can do this for free. So I see Omar, Kurabe, you're here. Clifford came, we are here. Njite, David, mtu wangu wa nguvu. Bambla Walker, tuned in from Meru Town, nyumbani. Mugeni antope Meru. See Muitilin, Monique watching, Moses Warui is watching, Gitonga Dolcas. Then we have Ndwiga Edwin, tuned in from Donum, Nairobi, hapa tu. Ian Maranya, karibu sana. Adiel Mugambi, watching from Matu. Kwani ulihamia hapa tu bana? Adiel, usiwe ni mtu wa Nairobi. Ian Maraya, tuned in as incoming CS, mashallah. Okay, Robin Maitevia, I see you have a question here. Here I am. Can you advise on the options of rent to own or residential homes, or take a loan to build a home? Okay, this is a good question. This is a good question right here. And of course, rent to own is called a tenant purchase scheme, TPS, which is something which is not taken much root in Kenya, but of course, that's the future of real estate. Since you've seen like many people on CRB, watu walikula Asora Fund, I mean, kuna loans, they're on CRB and stuff like that, and they can't get money from commercial banks. And many people fear mortgages in Kenya. You see the mention of the word mortgage, of course, somebody thinks of auctioneers, me being evicted and stuff like that. Again, it looks like a long period to pay. But in reality, it's the best way to go. I mean, mortgages are not bad. I'm sure the uptake in mortgage in Kenya is very poor. But realistically, is the way to go. Since real estate is a capital-intensive business. And of course, you need money, let's say, from a finance institution, from a SACCO, from from all the lenders who lend for real estate. For example, if you want to buy a house, and it's rarely somebody has cash, let's say, to buy a house in cash. How many people? That's why 9 out of 10 Kenyans are renters. They are not homeowners, especially in the city like Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, and other places. Many people rent, but because, of course, for lack of options. But I'll tell you this, the house you live in, if you own it, for example, if you pay 20,000 rent, if you are to own that property, you'll pay 40,000 in mortgage. And with now, very excited about this government affordable mortgages, which they are offering at 9% fixed rate, and they can go up to 25 years if your age allows. That's a good, some advantage somebody can take care of. And some of them, they're financing even 100%. So you don't have to come up with anything. You just have to go to the bank, make sure you qualify, then you go get a house. So mortgage is an easy way of owning property, since by the time you save to get to, let's say, 5 million or even 3 million, I mean, it takes a long, long time. And of course, with savings, issues come up, and you always have to part with that money. But now with the mortgage, the same way you're paying rent is the same way you can pay mortgages. For example, like the project we are dealing in Syokimau called Sun Park. If somebody was to rent, a 3-bedroom costs 70,000. If somebody was to take a mortgage, it's 79,000 per month. So there's only a difference of 9,000. So are you not better off getting a mortgage and getting to pay it poorly? I mean, by the end of the day, the house will be yours. Even if, for example, in 5 years you want to move somewhere, you can sell the property. Of course, it will have appreciated. For example, now if we are selling at 10 million, now it will be worth 15 million. So if you sell at 15 million, you have your 5 million. Of course, you've paid the bank probably another 3-4 million. Then from there, you have your profit. But if you're renting, even if it's after 10 years, after 20 years, of course, the house is not yours. If you can't pay rent for 2-3 months, the landlord will kick you out. So mortgage is a good way to go. I'm hoping I've answered your question, Robin Mukenda. Of course, taking a loan to build a home, that's what I'm talking about, a mortgage. I see Gogi George, Ezekiel Kaderu, Evangelist Frederick Muguna. Hey, mchungaji, uko hapa. Mudhuri Hole Bikuri, Elizabeth Mariga. Oh yes, Elizabeth Mariga, they will start about as an investor. What do you have to look out for? Basically, it's getting the information. The information is power. Information is everything. You need to do your research well, know where the market is moving. For example, in the peripheries of Nairobi, areas like Kitengela, Rongai, if you go at Kamuru, you go the other side of Ruiru, you go Limuru, and further up, you go to like Konza City. Of course, the land is affordable there. Of course, if you go to Nairobi, let's say CBD, if you go to Kilimani, Westlands, the costs are really high. Those are more for institutional investors. But for an individual, of course, in the peripheries, like for example, in Kitengela, I was there today, we have some pieces of land we are selling at 1.5, 1.7. It's a quarter an acre, 50 by 100, either an acre, which somebody can own and build a house on. So if you want to get started on your journey of real estate investment, of course, talk to MySpace Properties, get in touch with us, leave your number right here. We'll get to call you and we'll offer you what's available in the market. For example, I remember when I started my journey in real estate, my first property, I've told this story many times, even it becomes boring to me. I bought a first property in many years ago, just when I landed in America. That's like 2001, 2002. I bought it for 250,000. And I paid Pole within 6 months, I was able to clear it. But that particular property, of course, it gave me discipline, investment discipline, and investment appetite. So you don't have to start today because you don't have that 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. You can put a deposit somewhere. For example, in our whatever we are selling, we have flexible payment plans where you can start by making a deposit, then pay within 6 months or so, and you're done. You have to start somewhere. That's the most important. You have to start somewhere, and you have to start today. If you procrastinate about it, of course, all your money will end up kwa sherehe kama kawaida. Kuona Dubai huko unapiga maselfie na ilali hauna kitu. It's important. If you belong to this country, own part of it. It's very important. Vanessa Magiri, hey, hata we baby unaangalia. I have a question from Lambla Walker. What the minimum capital can you start up with your investing in real estate? The minimum capital I've seen even in other places. We have plots where they're going for 300,000, 500,000. I mean, nowadays it's possible. I mean, there are flexible payment terms. We have seen even some border operators who own properties through the circles themselves. There's some options of even paying daily. I mean, the options are there currently, as many as possible. So it depends, of course, with your budget. But what I say, just start somewhere. Just start somewhere. Like what we talked about, the ferries of Nairobi is affordable. That's a good place to start. But for a real investor, in real estate, they say the real estate opportunities are where the paths are. Pahali kuna vichorochoro, hata barabara ijakuja, hapo ndio opportunity in existing real estate. So figure that out, go where the opportunities are, and you'll get them. Thank you, Rita Njoki, Engineer Daniel Ki, Musioki, Masharia, Ernesto, Chevara, watching John Gitao, Ernesto, Chevara, tuned in from Machakos County, Moyaseo. Kipchumba Murkomen is watching. Wow. Allah, umefika hapa. Ama hii ni sudo account. Missy Ntongai, tuned in from Upper Hill, Enoch Maina, Dis Mogaka. Wow. Yes, I have a question from Jite Babu David. How much capital can I inject into real estate without compromising my financial stability? Of course, you have to plan. You have to plan and plan well. Everything goes by plan. If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. So it's very important to plan your things well. And another thing, when it comes to cash, when you have cash, it's very important you don't separate cash from investment. It will disappear. But if you invest, of course, you'll have something to use for now and forever ever. So it's very important to invest and plan well. Millicent Ndegwa watching, Agni Puyal is watching, Caro Bernard, Gerard Bitok, mtu wangu wa nguvu watching, Anrita, Frank, Bese Munene. Wow. Yes, Ernesto Guevara, there's another question here. What is the repayment period for the rent-to-own project in Syokimau? I asked and I was told 1 year, which is too tight. Is it negotiable? Of course, note that in Syokimau, we are offering mortgages. We are not offering rent-to-own. Of course, you go to a bank, they give you money, and we give you the house, you deal with the bank. But how the rent-to-owns are working is whereby you make a deposit, you live in a house, and you pay as you go. And always any option to own is better than renting. Since by the end of the day, everybody wants to own something. And if you want to own something, why not real estate? So in Syokimau, we are offering mortgages, not rent to own. Matt K is watching, Ravenda, Ridafa, we have Peter Pinje, we have, Robin, Maitevia. I have another question. Ibwega Nchamba, let us CV a Ministry of Lands and Physical Planning tupeleke kwa rais anguke nayo. Hey. Sawa Robin, unataka tuanguke na hiyo? Ndio mnikujie kunisalimia cheni bana. Dis Mogoka, hello to Kosait. Ibrahim Dol, Tuangwa Isiolo, Alfred Kaikai, Jeff Ngetich, John Gitao. You really inspire me, my role model. Thank you, John. I'm glad. I'll keep on doing it. Just keep on playing for me. Thank you. George Mau, watching. Joy Kadure, Ted Tindi, tuned in. Wow, many of you. All right, good. Thank you so much. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right with you. I'll be able to answer more of your questions. And Bado, I've not shared everything yet. So we'll be right back with you. Siende mbali.
I'm standing on the most magnificent business square in Thome. Welcome to Thome Square. Come with me, let's discover why Thome Square is the best for your business. As you can see, we have ample parking, including basement parking. I want you to take note of how spacious these corridors are actually. Something very important, I want to show you how spacious these spaces are. Kuja. And to add on it, do you notice the ambient lighting in this place? Another factor that is a concern to many is security. And the security at Thome Square is top-notch. We have enough security personnel and the CCTV surveillance is 24/7. Another significant factor is that we are just adjacent to the northern bypass. That means enough foot traffic for your business.
Action.
What are you waiting for? Call us now. Sasa,
Mambo?
poa sana.
Uko fiti?
Niko salama.
Pole madam.
Sasa,
Karibu. Mimi niko poa.
Natafuta shops huku kuna kwanga nazo.
Shops ziko hata kuna moja pale. Yeah, ziko kwa like ziko karibu 2 za. Then ukiangalia the environment pia, the environment iko sawa kabisa. Ukiona parking pia iko sawa. Mambo iko mbaya hapa. Ndio mnasema sasa
Hii nimeipenda kabisa.
hizo ni iko sawa kwako.
Nimeipenda kabisa.
So unaona vile safi kama wewe mwenyewe.
Unaona kwa nini nataka kuchukua hii?
Yeah.
Ni kwa sababu iko karibu na hii salon.
Okay.
Unaona watu wanatoka salon wakikuja botiki yangu.
Madam wewe ni mwakili. Unajua wadosi wanakuanga akili. Baba tulikuwa tunaambiwa a woman is braver than a man.
Acha maneno.
Yeah.
Alafu unajua nikitaka kutengeneza nywele duka yangu iko next.
Si anatoka tu hata anaweza kuja hapa.
Sasa hata tu niende niongee na management.
Yeah.
Haya.
Karibu tena, anguka nayo. Thank you for, welcome back. I've seen from Loyford King, hello Mwenda, I'm a graduate engineer. Does your company hire, you provide me with a chance at a company internship? Of course, in our management we hire like engineers, but mostly maintenance engineers. Since in our development we don't do construction ourselves, we outsource that to the contractors. But we also outsource like engineering work, we outsource architectural work. So that is done by other parties, other companies, since we focus on what we do best. And what we do best, for example, is being able to get the financing to do the project and being able to sell or rent or manage the building. We focus on our strength. The other things, of course, we leave for others to do it. But yes, of course, once in a while, once we have a big development like my town, Karen, of course, we have an engineer on site who does the daily operations, who looks into the equipment, the generators, and stuff like that. So we hire, but at the moment, of course, let's keep in touch. You can inbox me. Let's talk. Let's talk about that. Anthony Gitu, Shakbarahi, Damaris Kawera Getonga, Arum Ku. Hello, Damaris. Uday Joseph, thank you for watching. Ernesto Chevara, you are asking if we go live on TikTok. Yes, we are. We are live on TikTok. And I have some questions from some TikTokers, which I'll address in a few. We are live on all channels. We are live on Instagram. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Inakaa TikTok siku hizi imeshika sana. Watu wengi wanataka hii maneno ya TikTok. Kwanza Gen Z. Hata mimi niko huko TikTok. Tupatane huko. George Ogendele is watching. Jacinta Gumo. Okay, good. I have a question from Andrew Owino. I'm Mwenda. How do I rise from salary of 20K to 35 to also be able to own? Of course, the only thing which starts from the top, is digging a grave. And I'm sure you don't want that. So, of course, almost everybody starts from the bottom. Like, of course, I have told my story at the time. Some point I was a dishwasher. At the time, I was just earning something to sustain myself. I mean, you just have to focus and have a dream and have a vision and focus on actualizing that goal. It's very important to have that focus and plan your life. I mean, the government will not plan for you. Your wife, boyfriend will not plan your life. It's you who has to plan and have a dream, have what you want to achieve. For example, I know many people do yearly goals in January. Everybody was like, what's my plan for this year? What's my plan? Then after that, February, they are all forgotten. So it's always good to have a plan and stick to it and learn. Learning will take you places. I've seen people who have started from zero and today they are billionaires. Almost the biggest percentage of billionaires, they are self-made. I mean, not that they inherited or anything, they made it themselves. So I'm a firm believer that anybody can make it. It's just a matter of focusing and making it happen on a daily basis. I mean, it's a lifetime commitment. This one, you have no choice. You really have to be on it day in, day out. You can't relent. You say, leo hapana, wacha sitaki kutafuta kazi, wacha nilale. Sasa, itakupata hapo. Toka, tembea, kutana na watu, ongea na watu, get ideas. Sometimes you might meet somebody looking for your skills. They want to hire you. Or they have a connection. Talk to people. Always go out there. You know, like there's one person I was talking to. Of course, it's not the best example to give, but I'll give it to you. Let's say you have a child, or maybe you have a friend. There's a friend who maybe is going through tough times and they stay in their house. They just sleep. And you have another friend who is, of course, depressed, but they go out there, hata kulewa, hata just roaming around or interacting with people. Vitu ni watu. There's no way to it. You have to interact, you have to explain yourself, you have to try and try some more. Push harder. Even me, every day, I'm driving like that. I want to make it happen. I want a new challenge. I want to beat it. I mean, by the end of the day, you gotta hustle. You have no choice, especially if you are born a man. Sasa utapata, lakini siku hizi nimesikia wanaopata wa mama, lakini in reality it's good you become independent. Hata kama uko na mama utaki kuwa unaambiwa jump unauliza high. Kuwa na kitu yako ya kujivunia. When you have your own, when you're cooling your sweat, it's better. You even enjoy it more and life is more enjoyable. So Ngari Juma watching. Okay, from Mim Karimi, you are an inspiration to many. Barakatele. Thank you, Karimi. Niombe pia. So I have another from Duiga Kevin. Hello Mwenda Thuranira. I'm an electrician and electrical salesperson owning a shop here in Donholm. What would you advise me as I take this journey in real estate investments, as I'm more passionate on interior finishes and elegance on my client's home? Well, of course, if that's your passion, it's good. You can follow to that. I mean, that job will be there. As buildings come up, they will need interior designers, interior decorators, interior material sellers, electricians, and all that. What I would advise is if you want to do it as a business. For example, you can make little business cards, make a Facebook page, go online. Nowadays, almost everything is online. It's like nowadays, if you're not online, you don't exist. So it's very important to be online. Market your product. Get to know who is it needs my services. Go look for them. Go look for them wherever they are. It's good that you have come here. Of course, I'm sure even if you post your product on my comments here, you'll get somebody looking for you. And when you get that job, please do it well. Do it well so that that guy, whenever they remember you, they refer you, they talk about you, and they're happy with your service. And that way, you will not go far. You will go very, very far, serving one happy client after another. Happy client, na mwingine, na mwingine, na mwingine. Na hivyo ndio biashara inakuwa. There's no magic, there's no secrets or anything. It's just a matter of focusing and delivering on your promise. And even me, that's why I always strive to do that. To my client, I go an extra mile to make them happy, to make sure whenever they think of real estate, they think of me. That's the position I want to be in. Okay, good. We have another question. Okay, good. Commercial real estate, commercial properties. Many people, since of course we're involved in many malls, they ask me why commercial real estate, why not residential, why not industrial. But I mean, as MySpace properties, we do all real estate, from plots ya 300, plots ya mabilioni, manyumba ya milioni moja to manyumba ya whatever amount. So at MySpace properties, of course, we have variety. But on commercial development side, My Town, which of course is a pilot project in Karen, and we want to do many of them in other places like Juja, Upper Hill, Kisumu, Eldoret, and we are also keen on other markets. Since as people build houses, these people need somewhere to shop, need to go to a kinyonsi, need to go to a restaurant, need to go to have a meeting. Neighborhood stores, we are focusing on that. And why commercial real estate? Of course, personally, I've done residential for many years. But now, as you graduate, you go to the next level. Otherwise, you'll be stagnant, done and out, and competition beats you. So you have to do something, get your people on doing that and move to something else. As people come to that, you move to something else. So at the moment, of course, we're into commercial real estate. I'm sure you've seen the videos. You've seen the videos of the commercial real estate properties we're involved in Karen, in Dome, in Babadogo, in Kisii, in Wayakiwe, hapo Limuru, Kilimani, Lavington, and other places. And we are looking forward to bring you some more. Since at the moment, I'm on this journey of connecting retailers and the community. That's what I'm focusing on at the moment. And of course, if you're looking for property to buy, we are there. If you're looking to rent a shop to do your business, we have the best locations in town. Talk to us. Land banking. There was a question about land banking. Many will ask, what is land banking? Land banking is when you have some money, and let's say you have some money in the account. Of course, it's not earning you much. In fact, other people like me are borrowing to do projects and make money out of your money. But if you have it, for example, I'll give you a quick scenario. If somebody has, let's say, now this for, of course, somebody who is well established. If somebody has 50 million today, what would I do with it? With 50 million, and remember, as I said, opportunities exist where paths are. Pali kuna vichochoro, pali barabara sijajengwa, hapo ndio opportunity iko. I would go somewhere and buy 500 acres. Of course, I'll go to the planning, know maybe where the roads are planned, where schools, big institutions, big factories, what's planned, what is government planning in these areas. Then with that in mind, I'll go buy some 500 acres, somewhere hata hakuna barabara. Na nakwambia in 10 years, that 50 million will be 500 million. Tell me, what business can you do with 50 million? In 10 years, you have 500 million. That's land banking. And the land always gains in value, especially in a developing country like Kenya. I mean, people will still come to look for you. Like I remember there's one client of mine in Kilifi. He used to have own some 100 acres. So after a while, I had somebody who was interested. It was right near the road, Mombasa Malindi Road. So with time, I had somebody asking, wanting to buy that property. Chap, nikapata. And what this guy told me is now go further inside, maybe 10 kilometers or 20 kilometers, and get me another land which is 100 acres. With time, before the end of 10 years, we were selling the other one for almost 100 times what he bought. So that is what land banking is, and that's what it means. Storing your money in form of land. Very important. Real estate development, of course, is something you have to learn with time. It's something you have to pay a hefty price. Like personally, unaona hii para yote, all this white hair, this came from stress, property development. But I'm a person who loves challenges. And of course, I'll do it again and again. And I'm still doing it. Of course, we have done so many beautiful projects, successful projects. We have failed once in a while. But as I say, if you try 10 things and you succeed in 6 or 7, you're good. You don't have to beat yourself. But with time, I mean, it's a lesson you learn. It's not a loss. To me, I take it as a lesson. Especially in real estate, ask anybody who has done a project. They'll tell you the kind of school fees they paid to be where they are, because some things come through experience. You do a small project, is successful. Now you do another project, is successful. Then you start thinking big. Then you put all your resources in there. Then it fails. What happens? I mean, that is life. But you live and learn, and you go ahead with it. So for now, I say thank you so much for being with us, and apologies we missed, since we want to do this every week. And apologies we missed a few weeks, of course, in support of what was going on in Kenya, which I believe is for a good cause. Of course, Gen Z, thank you so much. Those are our children, and I believe this Kenya is in a better place, and this Kenya belongs to you. So you guys, the way you are mindful about the country, I like that, and I support you and I pray for you. Keep doing what you're doing, and I'm sure Kenya will be in a better place. As I head this, I tell you, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week, same time, same place. Please put your comments down here. We'll address them. Even if not on air, we'll answer your questions, since we're interested to learn from you and you learn from us. And put your ideas too. It's very important. Thank you so much. God bless you.
I'm standing on the most magnificent business square in Thome. Welcome to Thome Square. Come with me, let's discover why Thome Square is the best for your business. As you can see, we have ample parking, including basement parking. I want you to take note of how spacious these corridors are actually. Something very important, I want to show you how spacious these spaces are. Kuja. And to add on it, do you notice the ambient lighting in this place? Another factor that is a concern to many is security. And the security at Thome Square is top-notch. We have enough security personnel, and the CCTV surveillance is 24/7. Another significant factor is that we are just adjacent to the northern bypass. That means enough foot traffic for your business. What are you waiting for? Call us now.